Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to make this video for knifeforums.com. I'm going to be posting a for sale, it's a small collection of VHS tapes, and it's all revolving around knife fighting or knife defense or any kind of blade defense. And this video is mainly for knifeforums.com. Again, I like to provide pictures, and in this case video, of the stuff I'm actually selling. So it's not specifically meant for YouTube. I don't really want to make a lot of quote-unquote sale videos. The videos I put out on here is, for the most part, supposed to be educational or entertaining, or maybe a little bit of both. It's not a platform to be selling stuff. But it just so happens that I have an account here, so it's most easy for me to post it here for the video. If you are interested, I'll put the link in Knife Forums, but I'll put the contact info in there. If you want, you could send me a private message here. But anyway, if you're not interested in knife defense or anything like that, then just move on to the next video. But I just want to break it down and show you what's actually in this little lot of tapes. And I love all these tapes. I've watched every single one at least a dozen times already. And I realized after I moved that I don't have a VHS player anymore. I don't have a tape player. I have no idea what happened to it. Maybe it broke. I haven't watched the tape in, God, it's been at least 6 months now. So, I have no use for them. I can't play them anymore. I'm not going to go out and buy a VHS player, even though they are cheap. It just doesn't make sense to me because I'm not going to be buying new tapes. Anything I buy will be on DVD. But anyway, I'm just going to go through the list real quick here. I'm selling the whole lot for $100 even, plus shipping. I spent probably $150 to $200 on this little mini collection over the last probably 6 or 7 years. But anyway, let me get out some of the oddball stuff out of the way first. This first one here is not actually specifically geared towards knives. This is actually a recorded tape that someone made for me a while ago, and it just says crudely written on the front, covert. And this is a video on James Keating, and showing some techniques for defense using a handkerchief and some other soft material. It's a very interesting, it's interesting to watch, and you do learn some stuff, but it's not specifically knife related. It just, I don't have a use for it, so it's going in this little collection here. But it's not that long. It's only about 25 minutes to a half an hour. But it's some interesting tips. You wouldn't think a handkerchief would be a good self-defense item, but trust me, he has some stuff in here that you would not have thought of before. So that's pretty cool. Next thing in here, I have the Hochum tactical folder. He has a big military background. Very good, good tape. This one came out in 1999. All the information here is still up to date. Any kind of defense stuff, if it's good defensive information, it doesn't really matter when it came out. I mean, you might think, oh, it's old techniques. Well, it works. It's been working for many years, and it'll continue to work. He talks mainly in this this tape about fixed blade use, but of course, some of the styles that he uses, it could be transformed over to folding knives. But very interesting watch. Next one I have on here, this is pretty cool. You guys know the cold steel proof stuff. Oh, I bet you haven't seen this. This is their tape from 1996. What I love about this is it's a really good reference for all their models from the 90s. There's knives in here that a lot of the younger generation knife collectors and knife users have never even heard of. I mean, the Land and Rescue folder, just to name one off the top of my head. There's a lot of models that you're gonna, if you do end up getting this or ever coming across this, you're gonna watch and you go, oh man, why'd they stop making that one? That one looks awesome. And I feel like that for most of the stuff that's even in here. I feel like, why'd they get rid of it? It was a great knife. But anyway, it's pretty cool. See Lynn Thompson in there. Just a little bit more hair. And a little bit younger. Again, this is from 1996. It's an oldie but a goodie. And like I said, a great reference for some vintage cold steel knives. And as you can see, that proof stuff, I mean, they've been doing it for almost 15 years now. So it ain't no joke. I mean, that's what they do. It's not, some people think maybe it's gimmicky or, whatever. They've been doing it 15 years almost. So it's just what works. They show their knives in use, which I think is great. I wish every company would do that. Next one here, we have Winning a Street Knife Fight. This is by Mark the Animal Mac Young. The Animal's his nickname. I have a lot of stuff from him. He's very, very good at teaching. He breaks things down. It's very like kind of street sense type stuff. It's not. It's like if someone were to teach you street smarts as opposed to being in a classroom and learning book smarts. He gives you no nonsense, very straight, very understandable ways to go about knife defense and offensive stuff too. This is mainly geared towards an offensive technique. And this one's from Paladin Press. You'll find that most of the stuff is. And this one's from 1992. And of course, some of the stuff is a little cheesy, like, you know, some of the stuff's like late 80s type hairdos and clothing and stuff. But once you get past all that goofy stuff, you'll find that the information on these videos are very, very entertaining, but more importantly, very, very educational. And who knows, maybe one day I'll save your life. But this is one of the parts of the two-part series. The other one is more geared towards defensive knife fighting, and this is surviving a street knife fight. And again, same thing, Mark Mac Young. So, anyway, that's the dual set of that. This is a dealer video that I came across, I don't even know when. This is basically, it's from Spyderco, it's a factory video. These tapes only came out for dealers. If you were a Spyderco dealer, like if you own a knife shop or something, and you were an official dealer for Spyderco and sold their knives, you got this tape. It basically explained some of the process about how they make Spyderco knives. They show factory stuff in here. They show, in fact, half of this, it's not too long, it's about 25 minutes or so. The second half is specifically on the functions and the process of making the old spider wrench. Not the bird wrench multi-tool thing. I'm talking about the original spider wrench. And I had one of those, and it was an awesome knife. In fact, I remember I worked at Walmart. I did a seasonal job, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Needed a little extra money around Christmas time, so I unpacked trucks. I had a night shift. And let me tell you, it sucks working at Walmart at night. But anyway, that's nor here or there. I had a spider wrench, and that was my EDC back then. And let me tell you, it was extremely, extremely useful. And at some point I sold it. I don't know why. I mean, I get rid of lots and lots of knives and tools that I kind of regret and I wish I still had. But anyway, if you do own one, it's awesome to have with it because it shows you how it's made. Like I said, it's a promotional video for dealers. So it's a little bit hard to find, a little bit more rare. I mean, it's not impossible to find, but it's a cool one to have in a collection. Let's see, next one here. Try to go a little faster. There's another one from James Keating. This is all about the reverse grip. Okay, it's obviously called reverse grip knife fighting. And he definitely has some interesting stuff to say in this one. This came out in '95. James Keating is definitely a big name in the knife scene. He really knows his stuff. His techniques, especially this specific video with the reverse grip, is kind of an eye-opener. There's a lot of advantages to reverse grip knife fighting that you might not think of. It's not like something that seems obvious. And there are some tips and tricks in here that are like I said, kind of an eye-opener. And if you get into training on knife fighting or any kind of blade defense, you'll find that you do want to adopt your own style or technique. That sometimes merging 2 or 3 different things doesn't really work. You want to kind of stick to one basic concept and then just go with that until you get really good, obviously. I mean, I'm not a professional knife fighter or anything. I mean, a lot of what I know is just self-taught, and it's from watching these tapes and reading all kinds of books and talking to people. But anyway, if you like the reverse grip, this is definitely a good watch. So that's another one in the little series here. Alright, the next two are some Michael Janisch stuff. In fact, the next 4. But anyway, I got Fighting Folders, the definitive guide to personal defense with tactical folding knives. I actually looked for this for about 3 months to try to find a good price on this, because this set was $60 originally. These tapes, I mean, I know you might be thinking, wow, $100 for a couple old VHS tapes, that's such a ripoff. This type of material, I mean, it's not Lion King. You know, it's hard to find some of this stuff, and a lot of times the prices are way up there. But anyway, Fighting Folders. Alright, I guess that was my 10-minute mark. I love how my camera just likes to shut off on me. But anyway, I only have one more to show you, and this is by far my favorite. If you're into ballad songs, this is a must-have, period. You have to own this. I mean, I don't care if you get it from me or not. Go out and buy one. They're about $20 to $25 depending on where you look. And you can get it on DVD too. But anyway, this is the tape. This is the ballad song knife by Jeff Amata. Jeff Amata is definitely a hero in the ballad song community. He is the original gangster. This is an awesome tape. It has a lot of instructional stuff in it, but you also get a little bit of behind the scenes from the president of Benchmade back when they merged and they were like in between Pacific Cutlery Co. and Benchmade. And it's cool because you see the process of how they used to make the old Benchmade models, and you know, I mean, I'm talking about the old T-latch style 42s and stuff like that. All pre what most of you guys are used to. But it's a very interesting video. Like I said, it actually teaches some historical type moves. I mean, a lot of the stuff you'll see these days, a lot of ballad song moves are innovative. They're very new, very cool. He brings it back to what it was in the streets. I mean, if you go down to the Philippines, this is the kind of art that you're going to see. It's not a lot of the funky stuff that we create to try to, you know, be different and new. What you'll see a lot in this this video is like hand slaps. And I don't, you know what? Actually, I have a brand new ballad song. Let me back up a little here. I have a brand new custom FHM, which is Filipino handmade. For all you people new to the ballad song scene, this is a Pandian, and I'm going to be reviewing this. This is one of my favorite ballad songs these days, and I got this not too long ago, and it is by far the nicest ballad song you'll find for the money. And here it is right here, and this is the kind of stuff that Sir Jeff Amata would love and grew up on and learned on. And let me tell you, if you think a 42 is cool and nice, you're in for a surprise. I'm going to do a full review on this in the future. It is just amazing. It's an amazing ballad song. Fully custom made in the Philippines. I mean, I'll have more information in my my other videos, but very, very affordable, okay? You're going to find this cheaper than a 42. You're going to find this cheaper than most production ballad songs. So, look forward to this video if you're into ballad songs. But anyway, what I was talking about is kind of the older style where they do a lot of slap stuff, where when you're coming out, you'll use your off hand, or, you know, non-dominant hand, and it kind of rotates the blade. You know, it's hard to explain. Let me back up a little more here. It's just a technique. Very, very original to, you know, a lot of the old-timer stuff. I don't know. It's hard to explain in the video, but you're maneuvering and you're using both hands. Okay, everything you do comes around and you're continuing momentum with your other hand, your non-dominant hand. And that's very, you know, kind of original Filipino type stuff. Alright, what we see a lot is the, I don't know, Americanized type flipping. Okay, a lot of the finger rolls and stuff like that we see. Okay, when you see like the Y2K, alright, thumb rollovers and stuff like that, that's not, you know, the Filipino arts, they don't really do rollovers that much. They do a lot of ricochets, okay? A lot of back and forth. They slap it around a lot, you know? It's just what they do. That's just part of their art. So, anyway, you'll see that more in this video. You'll see a lot of the original moves. They break it down. They do some aerial type stuff. It is just a must-see. Alright, if you're into the ballad song stuff, I'm sure you can find this on DVD if you don't have a tape player. But anyway, that's included in this little lot here. So, that's all, guys. Again, mainly focused for knife forms. But if you happen to come across this on YouTube and you're interested, let me know. Of course, the second this lot is sold, I will mark it in the video. It should have said, you know, when you started the video, right down here in the bottom, already sold or taken or something like that. And I'll also put it in the title. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it as always, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.